How to never run out of things to say in a conversation. Keeping a conversation going can be a challenge. Luckily, there are simple techniques you can use to keep the other person engaged and interested. Number 1 technique. Ask open-ended questions. Yes or no style questions can shut down the conversation, while others open the doors for more possibilities. Stick to open-ended questions that allow the other person to elaborate as much as they did like. On the other hand, open-ended questions demand more from the answerer. For example, instead of asking the question, "So you have studied a year abroad in 2006, is that right?" Try asking, "What was it like studying abroad?" The second question will give the person you are talking to more room to elaborate on their answer. If you do ask a yes or no close-ended questions, recover by saying something like, "Tell." Choose topics you know the other person cares about. In general, people like to talk about themselves and their interests. You can keep your conversation rolling by sticking to topics you know the other person likes. Before meeting up with someone, think of 3 predetermined topics you can fall back on if conversation lags. Remind yourself of any recent trips, work events, or relationships your friends has told you about. Ask questions about their school or work, passions or hobbies, family and friends, or their background. You can also use context cues from earlier parts of the conversation to determine whether to drop a subject or continue it. If you are not sure what the person would like to talk about, ask questions that you will enjoy being asked yourself. Number 3. Listen attentively to what they say. Listening is as important as talking when it comes to maintaining a conversation. Actively listening gives you an opportunity to hear the other person's perspective. Wait until the person has completely finished talking before saying anything. Then, sum up what they said to show you were listening by saying something like, "It sounds like." If you understand some part of the message, ask a clarifying question like, "Are you saying?" Express empathy as you listen by putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Number 4. Encourage them to keep talking. The best listeners don't just sit there and stare at the speaker during a conversation. They engage with them without interrupting by using encouragers. This might be little noises of approval like "ah" or "oh." Encouragers may also inspire the person to keep talking, such as when you say "and." Don't filter. One of the reasons most conversations fall short is both people are filtering what they should or shouldn't say. You start to think you have run out of topics and you can't tell if something that comes to mind is appropriate or impressive enough. During these times, follow the strategy of just blotting out whatever you are thinking without censoring it. Call out awkwardness. Even the best conversations run into roadblocks that threaten to throw things off course. The most effective solution for that is naming it and moving forward. Pretending the discomfort isn't there may actually push the other person away. For instance, if you misspoke and said something offensive, immediately backtrack and apologize. Don't act like it didn't happen. Make them laugh. Humor is a great way to keep the conversation going. It also helps you forge a bond with the other person. You are more likely to laugh with our friends, so making the other person laugh forms a kinship with them. You don't have to burst out with a joke to make someone laugh. Go deeper with your questions. After you have gotten the formalities out of the way, take the conversation to a deeper level. Think of a conversation like a meal. You eat the appetizers before you dig into the main course and then dessert. Once you and the other person have gone a couple rounds with superficial topics, go further. For example, you asked, "What do you do for a living?" After some time, you might dig deeper by asking, "Why did you choose that career?" Generally, why questions help you dig deeper into information that has already been shared. Don't fear silence. Silence is useful in communication and shouldn't be avoided like the plague. It helps you catch your breath and process your thoughts. It can also signal a much-needed change of topic if things become dull or too intense. A few seconds of silence are completely normal. Don't feel the need to rush in and fill it. However, if silence becomes too protracted, pivot to a new topic by saying, "I'm interested in hearing more about what you were saying earlier about."